2020 has been a really slow year for movies, and for obvious reasons. Almost the whole world is under lockdown, and then there's whatever the hell US has been doing. Almost all the big releases have either been pushed to the later part of 2020 or have been delayed to 2021. But even in this situation, we have our saviors, the backbenchers of film industry, streaming services, especially Netflix. And these are the most intriguing new movies coming out in June 2020. One of which might be the movie we need right now. Netflix has been going crazy with its action offerings lately, and this movie is no different. The movie is an adaptation of a book of the same name. The basic plot of the movie is that the US government has created a signal that prevents anyone from knowingly committing crimes. And of course, two people, Graham Brick and Kevin Cash, get together to execute the biggest and apparently last heist in US history.
You can have money, but when you pull off the last crime in American history, that's legacy. So you want revenge? I want legacy.
And one thing Netflix has proven to us is that it can even make movies which don't have the best plot still quite entertaining and enjoyable to watch. The one thing to keep in mind is that the director doesn't have the best track record when it comes to action movies. So this is the one movie that I'm most skeptical about on this list.
I feel like one of us is gonna take a bullet tonight. You go first.
Okay, this is the last action movie on this list, I promise. But there's a reason it's on this list even when it's basically the first movie by this director. It's a French movie being marketed by Netflix. The movie follows the story of a whiz mechanic who gets framed for murder. And well, his only proof of innocence is a bullet that's been lodged into the side of a car. And the whole movie is about him retrieving that bullet. Netflix has released a 40-second teaser as of now. And with how good Netflix has been with its foreign content, I'm more optimistic about this than the last days of American crime. Don't get me wrong, Netflix has produced its fair share of shit content. More than that actually. But this movie, if everything goes right, might be the next Extraction. This is the first of two major Indian releases in June. Choked has been directed by Anurag Kashyap, who probably needs no introduction at this point, having made some of the most well-loved movies. According to Anurag, the script took almost 6 years to complete. The movie follows a bank cashier who finds an absurd amount of cash in her sink, which was left there by a criminal. Now, the catch is that the movie is set during demonetization, when 500 and 1000 rupee notes were no longer legal tender. So of course, chaos ensues as she tries to either convert the money or get rid of it. We have to wait and see if the demonetization subplot is going to serve the movie in any meaningful way or is just a gimmick to get through the story. Anurag does have a tendency to make controversial movies on controversial topics. And agree with him or not, he always has something to say in his movies. In his own words, the movie is about relationships and the precarious balance between truth, power and money. Also, the cast looks pretty good, so that's always a plus point.
मैं आपका काम नहीं कर सकती।
मैंने आपको क्वेश्चन नहीं पूछा था, ड्यूटी बताया था।
So this is the only movie on this list that was supposed to have a theatrical release. But due to the country being in lockdown, the movie was shifted to Amazon Prime. This movie has one of the most intriguing castings, with Amitabh Bachchan and Ayushmann Khurrana as rivals. Amitabh Bachchan plays Mirza, who loves his Haveli more than anything else in the world. And Ayushmann plays Banke, a tenant who won't leave Mirza and his Haveli alone.
हवेली हमने बेच दी है।
बेच रहे हो? बेच ही नहीं सकते।
हवेली हमारी, जमीन हमारी, मर्जी हमारी, कैसे नहीं बेच सकते?
लेकिन परमिशन हमारा लगेगा। अब मजा आएगा।
This is easily one of the most anticipated movies in India. And one of the biggest reasons, apart from the cast, is the director, Surjit Sarkar. This man has made some amazing movies in the last decade. And the best part is that he has already worked with these two actors and with incredible result. People still fondly remember the last pairing he brought us with Amitabh Bachchan and Irfan Khan. And if he can capture that magic again, that's more than enough for a lot of people. And the bonus point is that the writer for this movie is the same person who wrote The Sky is Pink, Piku, Vicky Donor and October. The movie has already released its soundtrack and it gives you a great idea what this movie will be like. I urge you to go check it out.
मोहब्बत करते हैं हम अपनी हवेली से बेइंतहा।
ऐसा है, तुम्हारी कोई औलाद नहीं है, हमारा बाप नहीं है। कोर्ट कचहरी के चक्कर से निजात पाओगे, हमें गोद ले लो।
इधर भाग, निकल, भाग, नीमक कहीं के।
This is the one movie that I have been looking forward to ever since it was first announced to be in the works. Spike Lee is a director who has made some very important movies when it comes to African American rights and their representation. He is no less than a pioneer in portrayal of African Americans in modern cinema, and the situation demands more of him. He is often criticized by a lot of people because he focuses on just one subject, the subject of racism.
Black GI, is it fair to serve more than the white Americans that sent you here? Nothing is more confused than to be ordered into a war to die without the faintest idea of what's going on. I dedicate this next record to the soul brothers of the 1st Infantry Divisions. Be safe.
And if the things that are happening right now are any indication, we still need a lot more from him and from people all around us. The situation demands more from him. His new movie, The Five Bloods, follows 4 African American Vietnam veterans who go back to Vietnam in their old age in hopes to find the body of their team leader and apparently a buried treasure. There, they come face to face with war crimes and mortality of the human soul. Spike Lee has been on a rise as of late. His last movie, Black Klansman, was incredibly well received, being nominated for 6 Oscars, including Best Picture, and winning 1. The movie will probably look incredible too, because the cinematographer is the same person from Extraction and Drive. With all the names attached, it probably will be the biggest movie of this month. And who knows, another Oscar nomination for Spike Lee.
Who was that guy?
That brother was the best damn soldier that ever lived. We bury it. Later on, we come back and collect.
I shall resign the presidency.
Being back here, it is not easy.
Now the time has come. Time is no place to run.
I'm broken, man. So what, you blaming yourself? You don't even know.
No! I've been loved and
died for this country from the very get.
Now the time has come. There are things to realize.
We give this gold
Has come today.
to our people.
Hold on!
In my line of work, I have to be very careful. And that means knowing exactly who I am in business with.
And it easily would have topped this list. But there was one more movie. A little context before we start. This is Pete Davidson. Some of you may recognize him from his SNL appearances or when he almost married Ariana Grande. But what you need to understand is that he is also one of the fastest rising comedians in the film industry. And what makes him special is his offbeat sense of humor. You see, Pete's father was a firefighter who passed away during the 9/11 attacks, trying to protect people in the World Trade Center building. He is someone who has gone through mental trauma and suicidal thoughts ever since he was 7 years old. And now he is using that to start a conversation in the industry. He is well known for making jokes about 9/11 and his father. And his reasoning is pretty simple. He feels that it empowers him to address the feelings of powerlessness that experiencing such tragedy at a young age inflicted upon him. Right now, he is pairing up with Jude Apatow for his upcoming movie. A movie that is based on his life. What his life would have been if he hadn't found comedy. Where he would have been.
And I'm sure like loads of young people are going to relate to this. Someone too scared to take a leap to like do anything with their life, who's hindered by mental health and has trauma. And I just think it's really amazing that he's kind of laying that all out to bear.
I'm just hoping you enjoy the movie and that you could relate to it in a certain way.
For Pete and a lot of other people, his father was the greatest hero to ever live. It's almost poetic that a movie about appreciating our real life heroes is coming out when a lot of our health workers and people on the front lines are risking their lives every day to protect us. It can become very hard to see the hope in these dark times. But if this movie can help even a few people to get through this, to remind us that there's always a way and who are the people that we need to appreciate, then it's more than enough. Any of the movies on this list can go on to become a success or a failure. They might be very good or very bad. But this is the one movie that I really hope people see and that it is good at what it's trying to do. And not just this movie. If any movie mentioned on this list can help you get through this a little bit easier, then the movie has served its purpose.
Now let me tell you something, your dad was a hero. And heroes are necessary. And they should be allowed to have families.
You gotta get your shit together. Time is passing by very quickly.
Why do you think I smoke weed all the time? So I can slow it down. I just feel like everybody's always disappointed in me and I never live up to anybody's expectations. Hey, thanks for listening to all this. You're one of the few people who treat me, like a person.
You're welcome.